return. The grand opening is tomorrow, with Troll Skull almost ready. Well, it is ready. Being ready to be unveiled to the public, with lots of high-profile individuals being invited. Uh, some uh, not invited by us, but by other people. So hopefully we get a good turnout, and hopefully we have enough mugs. If not, we're gonna have to make a run to the store for more. And also something there's some kind of Inquisition or something. Oh, we don't know. Who cares? We certainly don't expect anything. Certainly not a Spanish Inquisition.
No, 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 nothing like that. It's the Thayan Inquisition.
Oh no.
Sam himself is here to interrogate you.
No! I'll punch that dead bitch.
But yeah, I believe we ended. It was the day before, or the night before. Morgan and Rebecca had both ran to various stores. Uh, Dylan, you had went and gotten like a. No, it wasn't a spell scroll. What did you get? It was something to do with magic. You paid them to cast a spell.
It
Legend lore.
was legend lore. It was leggy lore on the elven hand, and we found it belonged to
Yes,
Nagathrod.
that is correct. So just for clarity on that, that would actually be one of your neighbors perform that um
Oh, okay.
service. And that would be what's their name? A dragonborn named Rashal, who is at the Bookworm's Treasure.
Raishan of the Bookworm's Treasure. Got it.
Yep, close enough. But yeah, is there anything else y'all wanted to do? It is the night before the grand opening. Was there anything else y'all wanted to do in preparation?
Since I have 2 levels of exhaustion, I will be actually sleeping.
Okay.
I don't have anything else that I need to do for the night. I think that we had taken care of everything.
Okay. So the next morning comes some last minute preparations are going on. The ribbon cutting and grand opening is set for noon. Um, at about 10:30 in the morning, you hear a loud and familiar voice outside. No, 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 this won't do at all. And Rebecca, you would see through the window
Oh no.
Volo walking up the steps.
I guess I'll poke my head out the window. Be like, Volo?
Ah, Rebecca, good to see you again. Actually, you'd be looking down at the porch on the second level there.
Yeah,
But yeah, like you lean over the porch. Or no, you can't. There's no porch on that level.
I'd have to
But
run
yeah,
down. Yeah,
he hears you.
run out. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all hear each other. Um, you like lean over and you see him pull out a wand, and there would be green and white streamers and banners would appear like above the railing of the porch.
Wander fireballs. Oh, thank you.
I thought you meant you were using the wand of fireballs on
No,
him. I'm like,
I'm just recharging it.
okay.
No, I'm killing Volotham. I've had enough of his antics and his ice pick lobotomy.
But how will he ever find out about the dragon that was part of the raid. That was definitely part of the raid on the
Was
druids.
it the silver or bronze ride?
Yeah, he's making a bunch of banners appear. What was it you asked him? Sorry.
I asked what you're doing here, and then I saw him do streamers. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, thank you.
I just getting here early uh to be here in time for the official grand opening.
I mean, it's not for another. Look at the sun.
No, no. Yeah, like
4
hour.
hours? 5 hours?
No,
6
it's
hours?
hour and a half. It's at noon and it's currently 10:30.
Oh
So
shit! It slept that long.
yeah.
Oh
No, it's not like you just woke up. Well, Rebecca might have shed 2 levels of exhaustion.
yeah. You're like, what do you mean? It's not until noon. It's like, yeah, it's an hour away. Oh fuck!
Listen, I want to since we're friends, I want to include it in my next Waterdeep and Hydron.
Ooh, that'd be an honor.
Yeah. Um, he would change the colors if y'all have different colors in mind.
Uh,
Green and white are troll and skull.
I'm trying to think of stuff that wouldn't just do it with colors that won't clash with the the outside.
It's dark wood. It's like a dark brown, so most things go with
Maybe
not
darken the
not a ton of
green.
things clash with browns.
Not lime. Not lime. Lime's too bright. Do dark
No,
green.
it's a troll green
Okay.
currently. What's a troll look like? Let's get a troll in here. It's roughly that kind of a green. Why did it not pop down? There it goes. It's a little darker than a lime green.
Yeah. Yeah. Should be okay.
I would say Morgan probably would have gotten up earlier than Rebecca, just because of the whole exhaustion thing, if that's what we're going with. And he would have just been down in the kitchen seeing if they needed any help with like last minute prep and contemplating whether or not he should buy more bugs last second. He's not entirely sure about that.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, so y'all have
40 something.
it was 40 something.
And then
Trustful Manor.
was it 12 or like 24 wine glasses?
You got 15 wine glasses and 45 glass tankards.
What's the seating
Okay.
capacity of our restaurant?
More than it looks on the map. Um, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would say like around 30.
Plus bar capacity?
That's counting the bar.
Counting the bar. Okay, it's about 30, so 45. Should be okay, but if something breaks, we're definitely gonna have to run out to get more.
But yeah, the uh entertainer shows up and at about 30 minutes before the grand opening, you would see your halfling guild representative. Uh,
floor this time.
Just realized I was muted.
oh, sorry. Did you have something you wanna?
No. I said Morgan would have said after you said that you think that we should be fine. He said, I don't know, maybe I might go get 10 more.
You can do that if you
Okay,
want.
yeah. Yeah, you go
Actually,
and get 10.
after that, I'd have an idea. I'd grab a bow tie if we have one laying around.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
call
sure. I'll
out.
say there's like bow tie in someone's room.
All right, I'll call out to Leaf.
Okay. You'll hear knocking on the bar.
Ah, there you are. Okay. I'm just wondering. Um, is it possible for you to wear this so we can see you?
So it would get taken from your hand, and then it would be at about
That kite.
you know what? Rebecca's a little shorter than average, right?
She's 5'6".
Oh,
No,
she's
she's
five
five
six.
nine. 5'9".
Uh,
She used to be 5'6" because
oh no,
she
she's
shrunk, but she's back at her normal
right.
height, five
Correct.
nine.
Oh no, it was Elrin that was very short.
Yeah,
Uh,
we both
I
got
don't know why.
shorter. It was the wild magic surge by the
Yep.
school.
Yep. Um, but yeah, so it'd be at about chin height to you, but it would be there for like half a minute, and then it would just fall to the ground.
Ah, all right. So that idea won't work, but I'll think of something else. All right, I'll kind of reach out to pat him on the shoulder, but my hand goes through goes through it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just awkwardly picks up the bow tie and takes it back to where she found it.
Yep. But yeah, Morgan gets back with the glasses, and shortly thereafter, um, Broxley Fairkettle, you're the your representative from the Fellowship of Innkeepers would arrive um, with a large length of ribbon.
Oh,
And he'd begin tying it up before he comes in across the stairwell.
oh, we're doing a ribbon cutting.
Um, well, it is tradition, unless you're opposed to such ceremony.
I, I think going against tradition in Waterdeep is a bad idea.
Yes, usually we'll have the owners up here for it, as well as the neighboring shop owners, or those that wish to attend.
Okay.
It is in no means required.
Yeah, yeah, why not? It'll look nice. Get everyone out here. Laura, Arim, Zarin, Morgan,
Mhm.
Leaf, but you can't see him, unfortunately. Maybe he could cut the ribbon. Old owner, so
That's not deep.
Um, yep, very good. So unless there is, yep. So it'd be uh the four of you counting Elrin. Um, and then they'd probably have Lord up there as well, since she's going to be the primary manager,
wait,
since y'all will not
hold
be
up.
here.
Elrin?
Oh, I thought I said Oirin, but
I very much heard
I may have
Elrin.
misspoke. There's
Okay.
a whole lot of Rins
Yeah.
in this campaign. or this doublet of campaigns, I suppose.
Seems like it, yeah.
I mean, so you had Elrin, you have Oirin, you have Zarin, and then I'm sure there's been NPCs as well. But yeah, so it'd be the four of you, Loret, Broxley Fairkettle, and then all of the other shop owners from Troll Skull do show up. So they'd be like down, like around the base of the steps. Yeah, Morgan. So, uh, half elf carpenter who did most of the furniture here. Talifair branch. The the water and fire Ganassi's, Imbric and Avi, who run the forge.
They were siblings?
They're married.
Mary. Oh. Sweet home.
Well, one's fire and one's water.
Yeah. Alright, that's possible.
Steam.
And the shop is called the Steam and Steel.
That is
And they did most of your metalwork at this shop, at the tavern. Fala Lafayette, the elven runner of Corlon's Crown, who Zarin was smitten with. A human in a sharp suit who you have not interacted with at all, but is apparently one of the other shop owners in the alley. And the Dragonborn who runs the Bookworm's Treasure, Rishal. Yeah, time comes and Brooksy Fairkettle will speak. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be the first to welcome you all to the reopening of Trollskull Manor. And he'll hold out the scissors, since apparently a ghost is supposed to take them, but they don't get taken.
Oh, maybe he can't leave the building.
do we see the ribbon anywhere?
The ribbon's tied. The ribbon is tied up here.
No,
like
I mean
across the top of the steps.
like, because didn't you give a ribbon, or was it a bow tie to leave?
No, it didn't work.
Oh,
it didn't work.
Yeah, she tried and it only stayed there for like a minute.
I misheard that.
And then fell.
To save this, I will use my mage hand invisibly to take the ribbon and cut it.
Okay, so you take the scissors with the mage hand and cut it. Very good. And with that, the grand opening is underway. You wouldn't see anyone else that you recognize as of yet, but quite a few denizens of the city do show up.
Yeah,
some in better attire than others.
Yeah, I think Rebecca would be standing at the front, be like, "Hello, yep, welcome, thank you for coming. Yep, thank you for coming. Yep."
And Thror will be on the outside of the door.
Morgan would see how they're doing in the kitchen, and if it seems like they need help, he'll help. If not,
Okay.
then he'll probably find something else to keep himself busy.
Yeah. So people start coming in, and there's, because the opening, there was people waiting. It's kind of a rush at first. The music starts up, and you do go back there and check, Morgan, and Uh, it does seem like they seem frantic back there at the time when you go back to check.
All right, then he's
Like
getting
the
in
two are
there to
running pretty
help.
well. Okay. Yeah, dry run versus the rush. But yeah. So go ahead and make me a cook utensils check at advantage, since they would also be back there.
Alrighty. Hey, thank God for that advantage. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you get back there and help them get caught up with the initial rush. Get the food out. And then
I'm gonna need some of those sliders for table 3. Got another order of those cloakers for table 4.
Table 6 hasn't made up their mind yet.
Table 6 needs to hurry the fuck up.
Table 6 is just eating the chips in the water for some reason.
He
I
said,
knew we
I
shouldn't
only
have gone
want
for
bread.
we shouldn't have gone for the limited breadsticks.
Bastards.
And the two gnomes would be like set up at a little, have their stand set up in the tower.
Nice.
Um, yeah. The first bit goes pretty smoothly. Several people are taking on the. Oh, did y'all come up with a name for the challenge?
Uh,
If we did come up with a name, I didn't write it down.
Fire breath challenge. I don't know, something.
The troll
Okay.
fire challenge?
It was something. Yeah, it was something troll.
I forget exactly what it was, if we did come up with a name.
Yeah, we'll say it's there's not a name might catch on, but there is not currently a name. Several people are taking on that. It is a uh pretty busy place there at the start. People come and go. About an hour in, uh, would Rebecca be staying up there like for most of the grand opening, or would you be doing other stuff as well?
Probably for the first beginning rush, and then start helping elsewhere, like maybe with serving or whatever needs help.
Okay. All right. I'll say the beer engine at one point gets caught up, and Oiron's over there like helping fix it.
She wasn't designed for this kind of throughput, Captain.
All right.
It's overloaded. Too
Um,
many orders are coming in.
the barrels. We're calling through too many barrels, Captain. Uh, about an hour or so in, you'd be like up here helping with an issue that one of the tables is having, Rebecca. And you would hear the sound of metal armor outside.
Metal armor? What the fuck? Oh.
It's Sharon.
No, I'd say Zarin wouldn't be in the armor during the grand
Yeah, his
opening.
armor's probably in his room.
I would say probably Rebecca isn't wearing armor either
No.
for this, just to be more presentable, or not presentable, but
I'm wearing the nice
Well,
clothes that Tia got me.
I was gonna say technically, you could with your glamour studded armor just look like you're not wearing armor.
Yeah, but
does the glamour do that,
it'll
or is it
sound like I'm
other?
wearing armor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just plain, since it's studded. It has the metal bits, so there would be some noise. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm wearing the clothes that Tia got me.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So you go out and you would see a pair of City Watch escorting two figures. And the City Watch kind of like stops at the bottom of the stairs. They don't come in. But you would see token layer.
Sir Istval.
And on their firm. Two of your fellow members of the council.
Ah, gentlemen, welcome. I'll look at the guards. I was like, do you guys want anything to go?
Not while we're on duty, thanks, ma'am.
All right. Well, when you're off duty, we're open.
We'll probably come by after our shift. But yeah, Sir Sval and Antharfroom would come up and shake your hand. We were told that this was the grand opening of your establishment. Thought we'd stop by.
Technically grand reopening, but yeah, grand opening for us.
And just for things, Antharfroom is the Order of the Gauntlet
Yeah.
representative. And then
Isfar is Daggerford.
Daggerford and also
Cormier.
yeah, Daggerford and also Cormier. Yes. Yeah, they'll stay for a little bit. Actually, before they go in, hopefully this what was it? Revetting won't be going on much longer. There's much that needs to be discussed.
Yeah, we've encountered a few things. I don't know if you've gotten a message from Reginald yet, but we've discovered why there's been no Spelljammer activity on Toril. Everything that comes from the Sea of Nights appears to go to a beer.
Yes, that news is quite troubling. Um, However, your other two reports are very what would be the opposite of disheartening? Reassuring.
What was our other two reports?
Of
Because I gave a very bare bones thing
the
on what exactly we did.
well, so the other two reports that he would be talking about would be the Dragon Council because there
Oh,
hasn't been a meeting
there
since
hasn't
then
been a
because of
meeting since then. That's right.
there's been like it was a month after the first meeting and then a month and a half after the first meeting and then the investigation started and then it's been a couple weeks since the investigation started. So it's been a bit since the meeting. Uh the Dragon Council and the business in the Misty Forest, which would be Chuth being dealt with. The green dragon.
Yes, yes, that business, yes. Yeah, hopefully, I don't think the investigation will be going on much longer. Probably, maybe next week. I'm hoping, because we're up next in questioning. So hopefully that's a sign that stuff is wrapping up.
So I'm not entirely sure who all is left, but I don't see much more being found that wasn't found in initial. Um, but better safe than sorry, of course. and then they'll go inside. Unless you have anything else to say.
I'll just thank them again for coming.
Okay. Morgan, you'll at some point you're running around the kitchen. They've been caught up, but so you're about to be done in there, and you turn to go out into the larder. And as you enter there, you see
Oh.
I don't like that.
Yo, is that chicken pox?
chickenpox just standing in the corner of the larder.
What body part is he missing now?
He wouldn't currently be missing anything.
I
Although he does have a a big chunk of hair has been like shaved off in the middle.
So Morgan would be like, oh hey, chicken pox. So how you been? I know I just talked to you last night.
Been good. Yeah. Uh, hope Loki look for something.
You said you helping me look for something?
No, he helped Loki look for something.
Oh. Oh, how's Loki been?
Hmm. He's been better.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Did he get the diamond?
Yeah, he did buy the diamond.
That's right. You.
Yeah, I bought the diamond and sent it to him.
Yep. Yep. Uh. Yes. He got it when we got back.
All right. Has he decided to revive? Was it Quaker? Right, it was Quaker,
No, not Quaker. The old
not
boss.
Quaker. Oh, what was the other boss's
Yeah.
name?
Not Quaker. Loki. Backstory. Lilia.
Well, yeah. Okay. No, did he go to revive Lilia yet, or is he waiting on that, or
Waiting till he gets better.
until he gets better?
Yeah.
Well, well, what's wrong with him?
Got hurt bad. Uh,
Oh,
looking for the guy.
the 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 golden worm.
And I will say this isn't like a very private area because the wait staff are currently constantly running back and forth through here.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just
Um,
he's talking about the worm, right? The one he went to go look for.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I help him look.
Oh, so that's where you've been.
Mm, That's one of the places.
You're up to a lot, aren't you?
Don't like being same place.
Yeah, that's fair. I tend to feel better getting out and about, but I mean, with the wife back and everything, I'm gonna have to get back to I get used to the idea of being settled down again. I mean, obviously, once everything's been handled, big adventure out of the way. I mean, we got a room upstairs, and well, she's got to get better first. But I know that they're looking into those little gem things that we found in Undermountain, so I hope they find a cure soon. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chicken Box. It didn't look good. It looked like she was in a lot of pain, and I wish I could do something more to help her, but all this waiting's killing me.
For the first time, it looks like he doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, sorry. I know I'm hitting you with heavy
You'll
shit.
figure it out.
Probably. Oh yeah, by the way, and he'll reach into the bag of holding and he'll pull out the eye. Yeah, this is for you.
Oh.
Yeah, they said it was supposed to be
Uh,
good. Got it from under mountain.
be right back. And he'll walk out the larder door, which for some reason isn't locked right now, and you're not sure why.
It's whatever.
It's funny. It was locked before.
Morgan doesn't even question it. He's okay.
Uh, Rebecca, something hits you in the back of the head as you go to walk back inside.
Ah, what the fuck? Look where
A silver coin clatters to the ground when you turn around.
I look up in the nearest tree.
You see an elf staring back at you.
Aaron!
Hi, Rebecca.
I'll pick up the silver coin
He'll
with
jump
an
out of the tree.
invisible mage hand. Hopefully, in a way he
He'll
doesn't
jump out of the
notice.
tree.
So I guess I'll make a disadvantage sleight of hand.
Yeah,
28, sure. Yeah, he doesn't notice.
yeah, he doesn't notice that. I don't know what his passive is, but it's not that good.
I'll it's like old habits don't die. Old habits die hard. I see, but on my adventures, I've learned some new tricks. I have the coin kind of just hover, just appear in front of his face.
Seems like it. Plus, I hear you stole my kill.
Oh yeah, you were hunting the Emerald Assassin, weren't you?
Yep.
Yep. Sorry. Just you know, uh, just kind of happened. One thing led to another, and then just suddenly there's a dead dragon.
Well, guess I'll just have to get the next one.
I mean, the more chromatic dragons that are working for her that are gone, the better.
Right. When I heard you would open a bar, I had to come.
Yeah, glad you did. Um, yeah, how have you been?
Busy. Uh, been helping get supplies to Francesco, where
Oh,
he's hiding a bunch of people.
oh, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah, I'm trying not to know where he is because just in case we get captured or whatever.
Yeah, he told me not to tell you where.
Um, I heard Bree helped fight off an attack on Greenest a while back, but now last I heard, she's traveling in a band. I don't know. That was a while ago, so I don't know what's up with her now.
Yeah, they've been going to places that they got attacked to help the people.
Ah,
I guess she said that she finally trained the people in Greenest enough to that she didn't have to be there all the time.
yep, standing there playing her schwam, raising spirits, using phantasmal force to stop people in their tracks. But just come on in. I can introduce you to everyone.
Okay. No. He does not take the stairs. He jumps up on the little platform.
Yep, that's very Elrin.
Morgan, chickenpox comes back in and has the glass eye. It
Nice.
looked like he had an eye a minute ago.
Oh, like he actually had both of the eyes?
Yep.
Is it like some sort of illusion or something? I'm so confused.
Uh,
Probably was. Morgana just wait a second. Oh man. Wait, did you just take your eye out to put the fake eye in? I'm sorry, because last time you didn't have one and I'm confused.
got a magic eye for this eye. And he points to the one that isn't a glass eye. Or doesn't look like the glass eye you just gave him, I should say.
Ah.
Ripped
Yeah, I
off
was
his last eye.
I was trying to see if I
I
could
have
find you a
2 magic
magic
eyes.
one. Yeah, is this one technically magic? Like, he's able to see out of it, right?
It does, you don't know if you can see out of it, but it is, like, looking at you. Both eyes move to look at you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't remember if they said it was like fully functional or fully magic, but I figured that I give it to you and then I'll save up some money, and if you wanted to, we could get it enchanted to do something cool, like I don't know, see an invisible person or something like that.
Oh, that'd be good.
Purple Man has one of those.
Purple Man. But yeah, it was the best I could do on short notice. But yeah. So come on, you want something to eat? What you looking to eat? I'll make you something good.
Surprise me.
All right, fair enough. I mean, you're more than welcome to sit out. You gonna sit out in the tap room, or
Are goblins welcome
Okay.
in Waterdeep?
Sure.
I don't give a shit if they're not. He's my fucking blood brother. He's welcome if I say he's welcome. I'll punch Sir Istaval in the mouth. Morgan would too. That's the fucked up part.
So it's not. So let's just say it this way: people aren't. The goblin thing is ingrained in a lot of people because goblins in general are not good people
Right.
in the Forgotten Realms or in the Forgettable Realms. Um, lots of raids, lots of stuff like that. They're not disallowed in Waterdeep, and neither are like kobolds or drow or any of the other things. That's not to say people won't be cautious around them.
I see.
Right. Yeah. So Morgan will just be like, just take my seat, and he'll point to the store right over there. Sit yourself up on my seat. I'll get you something to eat as soon as I can. Uh, talk to Garnock. Get you something to drink, and don't worry, it's on me. I mean, you're my blood brother after all. Other people gotta pay, but that's cause fuck them. I don't know them like you.
So Rebecca, as you're walking in with Elrin, you you just see chickenpox walk out of the back from behind the bar
Oh
and
god.
hop up on Morgan's seat.
Oh god, he's here. Alright, you remember Volo?
Yep. Hi.
There's Zarin. Zarin, this is Elrin.
Hi, I'm Zarin. Yeah, she just said that.
He does that. Um, I bet they're just like staring quietly at each other.
But neither of them talks much. They're
Yeah.
not gonna.
They're probably just having like one of those like where it's kind of memed where like non-speaking characters can understand each other. They're probably having like one of those conversations.
Yeah. Both of them are kind of sizing the other one up. Neither of them know that that's what the other one's doing.
I mean, they're on opposite ends of the height spectrum.
Yeah, Zarin is very tall. Oirin, or not Oirin. Elrin very short.
He's just
Not as
slightly
short as
he's
Oirin.
slightly taller than a halfling.
Yeah, because he was like 5'2" and then got shrunk permanently by a potion.
Yeah, he was at 4. He's at 4 something now.
Yep. Yeah. Go around, you introduce him to Oirin, and then
Morgan eventually.
Morgan's like walking out of the back at this point. Oirin's done fixing the thing.
Yeah, Morgan will just, I imagine, be walking out with the food for Chicken Box at this point.
Oh.
He went with those like sliders because I think those were the things that he was most impressed with, so he would have made those for him. And yeah, Garnock, I'm assuming hooked him up with a beverage, and Morgan will
Yeah.
just kind of put the plate down and all right, well, let me know what you think. Oh, hey, Rebecca.
Morgan, this is Elrin. He's pretty much why we didn't get lost in Chult.
Oh,
You see a very short wood elf who would have the bow over his back still, with black hair.
you that guy I kept seeing in the trees passively?
Maybe.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Well, Morgan, the Urban Bourbon of Rindar. It's nice to meet you. I'm
Good to
also
see
known as
who.
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, how many?
3 adults, 1 young. The Emerald Assassin amongst them.
Mm-hmm. So you are part of the kill still too.
Oh, I don't know if it would be considered a kill steal. I didn't see you putting in any work.
Oh shit. Rebecca has that face of like, oh my god.
Got through the spider people just in time to see Rebecca and I guess you fly away.
I didn't know you were that close.
Yeah, what do you take me for?
I
A
yeah,
weirdo that
weirdo
sits
by
around in
yourself.
trees.
There's no way in hell you could have taken on the Emerald Assassin by yourself because he had like a whole cult entourage, plus civilians that would have definitely died.
Well, I wouldn't have taken on the whole cave at once.
Even if you had gotten the dragon alone, there's no way your scrawny ass would have been able to take him
I mean,
solo.
Morgan could just stand in the breath and not be harmed. He's like Francesco in that regard.
Look,
Yeah.
I jest for the most part, but
I will
I
one
didn't
v one
steal no
you.
kill. Yeah, any day, any day you want to challenge the Urban Bourbon, I got you. You want to keep talking shit about kill steals, but while we're on the subject though, welcome. And if you want something to eat, I got you. Talk to Garnick if you want something to drink.
Yeah. I'll go and sit down. Was he's
I'll
not
kick your
sitting next to the
ass.
goblin.
Get something to eat.
Yeah, he'll was he vegetarian? I can't remember.
I
No, he eats what he kills.
yeah, he eats whatever. mostly what
Yeah.
mostly what he killed.
Yeah. We'll get like a one of the flank steak things.
All right, Morgan will head in the bag. Just keep up helping them and everything.
Yeah, I'll help out wherever I can.
You see a where the hell? We are going to skip that for now because I have to get up to get that book.
How dare you? No.
Yep. I left one book on the other side of the room, and it happened to be the one that mattered. So we'll say that you hear more metal armor outside.
Oh, more council members.
These two would have left a little bit ago. Um, and
Lord
do I have the
Never.
nameplates where you can actually see them?
Yep. Not
Okay.
for the dwarf. Not the dwarf.
Uh,
The gauntlet. There it is.
yeah. Just in time for him to be gone. Yeah. Greetings.
Yeah.
Thought I
Welcome.
might check out your grand reopening before I leave town for a few days.
Oh, you live in town. Got business up in Neverwinter.
Yes, the rebuilt portion of the city is still well defended, but the outer parts where we are still rebuilding have fallen under attack lately.
Rebuild it. What? Um, I'm not.
So common history. Neverwinter was more or less destroyed during the spell plague, and then a couple battles happened there. A giant rift opened in the middle of the city. Um, the reason he is Lord Protector of Neverwinter is some 30 years or so ago. He went back and started using his own personal money to rebuild the city and help get refugees back in.
I see. Has he taken?
He was open lord at the time as well.
Was he ever like has the events of Honor Among Thieves happened in this world?
I don't really know much about Honor Among Thieves. I haven't watched it.
Oh,
If it's something that paints him in a bad picture,
It
no.
does not. No, he gets temporarily replaced by another character as Lord Protector of.
what's his
Oh, that's
name?
the one where
Felix,
there's
right?
like the false heir to the throne or something like that. Like someone had a fake crown.
No, he got sick and like a character
Oh
took
yeah,
over
yeah,
for something.
he was yeah, that's right. Um yeah, and it turned out that that person put him under the thing. Or was in league with the person that put him under the thing, I believe. Uh
That sounds a lot
yeah,
like
that would
Honor
have
Among
happened a
Thieves.
couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that from the wiki page. I didn't know that was in Honor Among Thieves. But yeah, that's what happened.
Right. Well, yeah, welcome. I don't know how to bring this up, but just uh, my one of my ancestors actually was one of the um, what are they called? The one of the knights of Neverwinter, the seven knights or whatever.
That's an institution that would be Very well received to get back. Currently, we're starting to rely on the uh, mercenaries I had to hire to act as guards.
The Knights of the Nine.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just
I can
head
see
on.
a bit of the Neverwintian look in you.
It's more of a Luskin back in the day, but my great grandmother. I forget how many greats it is, but she came from the Mire of Dead Men. Uh, was involved in some sword shard business and a uh, lich undead person a few hundred years ago. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much because that was so long ago.
I can't say I'm intimately familiar with that uh, particular bit of history.
Neither am I.
Apologies.
It's all right. I should probably know more, but I don't. But yeah, head on
But
in.
yes, very, very good work with the how you reported of the Dragon Council going, as well as that uh, the issues in the Misty Forest.
Yes. Thank you. Have you gotten our more recent report about the explanation for the lack of spelljammer traffic?
I have picked up your new report. I have not had a chance to read it as of yet. I am planning on doing so on my ride up north.
Uh, just to summarize it, basically anyone who tries to come down to Toril ends up on a beer.
Really?
Not
That's
not entirely sure why, but it explains where everyone went.
it's very odd indeed. It's supposed to be in its own pocket dimension of sorts from how the mages explained it. Or sages explained it, I should say. How'd you come by this knowledge, if I might ask?
Well, uh, we have a spelljammer of our own, and we were coming back from the Sea of Night because we had to take a trip to the Astral Sea, and that was the easiest way we could figure out to get there. Um, we're returning, and we're coming down onto the Sword Coast, and suddenly it was no longer the Sword Coast.
That is indeed troubling news, though, with no real way of getting off world except for what few scattered spelljammers remain. I'm not sure it's more pressing currently, but that is definitely something to keep in mind after the cult is dealt with. In my opinion, that is.
Yeah, it's not an utmost priority. It's just something we just happened to learn.
Very good. Well, glad you were able to make it back. He'll go inside. Though he is no longer open lord, I would say many people are giving him a bit of a berth because they still recognize him as someone of importance.
Did he? When I was talking to him, did he kind of seem a bit not hostile, but or like a negative attitude towards me?
Make an insight check.
9. I'll add a d6 to that.
Okay.
2. 11.
No, and he wasn't um hiding his emotions. He didn't seem negative. he seemed like he had much on his mind,
I see.
I'll say. Which his explanation of stuff going on in Neverwinter would
Explain.
explain to Rebecca, I think.
Yep.
But yeah. So throughout the rest of the event, various other people show up. If you would want to talk to any of them specifically, stop me, but I'll just say other people that showed up. Taryn Hornblade and Conrad Braun Anvil would show up at separate times, both members of the council. Taryn Hornblade being the representative from Silvery Moon, and Conrad Braun Anvil being the ambassador from the dwarves, the Dwarven Kingdoms.
Oh, my dear friend. Morgan would say hi to him.
Okay. Fortunately, I used the same token for him and Thror, so
Thor, why aren't you at the door?
That would be the biggest mistake.
all dwarves are the same to Rebecca.
It's
I'll
not
just
my
say-
fault. The tokens are identical.
I'll just
What
say, I
happened?
guess, like, Morgan was bringing out food, and then he just sees him along the way, and he's like, "Oh, Broadanville, how are you?"
Ah, doing as well as can be expected. How goes your affairs?
Well, I guess good for the most part. I mean, in terms of progress with the general stuff, with the, he just kind of like gives him a look, like a knowing look, almost as if to say the cult without saying the cult.
Right.
It's steady. Um,
Impending oncoming wrath of the end of the world.
But besides that, I mean, we came back from the Sea of Night. That was interesting. Happened to wind up in a beer for a bit. Turns out if you take a Spelljammer back from the Rock of Brawl, then, well, you wind up in a beer instead of Terrell, which was nuts because there was like a dragon queen, and then there was a bunch of people, and I talked to them, and they were like, "Oh, she oppresses us so. She's so evil." And then I said, "Well, I'll kick her ass for you." And then they were like, "Ha, you jest." And then I guess they didn't take me seriously or up on the offer. So we got back on the Spelljammer and managed to find a way out of there to come back here. But down near like Green Nest, so we had to kind of like, start heading back this way. And then Rebecca, Zarin, and I teleported back to Daggerford so we wouldn't miss the grand opening. But yeah, otherwise, also still kind of waiting on word with everything with the gemstones and stuff. Hopefully my wife will be cured soon. It's kind of like my biggest hope and biggest concern. But look,
What gemstones is that?
Do I hear Morgan talking about this?
Yes.
Uh, you know, funny gemstones, and I'll elbow him and kind of give him a look. We found stuff uh,
there's an Undermountain.
in Undermountain that could help his wife with a illness that she has,
Yeah.
but
Well, if it's about gemstones, I might be able to help.
it's not
We dwarves are quite well versed in them.
it's not exactly a gemstone. It's more like a magic, arcane.
What did they call it? A lozenge? I always thought those were for your throat when
I,
you're sick.
Morgan, I think it's best we save this for the council meeting rather than in the middle of a tavern.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to be rude, but prying ears and all that. Let me get you something to drink, and you looking to get something to eat too?
Uh, not now, just a drink. I can't stay long.
All right, I got you. I got you.
So he will go and he sees someone else do the fire breathing thing at the troll. He definitely goes and does that.
Uh,
He waits till he thinks no one is looking. and does that.
Yeah, I'll follow Morgan into the kitchen if he goes back in,
Yeah.
and kind of like grab his shoulder, turn him around, be like, "That whole gem thing, that's supposed to be a secret."
Oh, look, Rebecca, my bad, but you know how much shit that's supposed to be a secret, but then doesn't end up being a secret that we've had to deal with since all this crap started? I mean, remember when everything first started happening? We're like, oh, we probably shouldn't tell other people, blah, blah, blah. And then somehow we became a part of this crazy council thing. And then we had to tell a bunch of people. I never know. It's hard to keep track. I'm sorry.
All right, well, just bear in mind for next time, because it's a secret project.
Right, right.
We had to meet for a second.
Morgan will just go back to cooking unless I
Okay.
hear
I
anyone
would
else
say that those
interesting.
so those two would have it under control at this point. Like you can be back there if you wish. But
Oh, well, then,
they seem to be pretty competent. It's just the initial rush was a bit much.
Yeah, because we reached maximum capacity instantly.
if they've got it,
Maximum capacity and immediately filled back in because there was a line at that point.
Yeah.
Because there was people waiting. Like people were waiting during the grand opening ceremony and all that.
I'd say if they had eventually gotten it, what he would have been staying back there for was to make something for Chickenpox, then make something for Elrin, and then last but not least, probably for himself. And then he'd come over and sit next to Chickenpox and just kind of lightly converse with him and have something to eat and drink.
Um, so other than that, the other people that would show up throughout the event, uh, Romalia Haventry, the Harper member of the council.
I'd say hi to her, but if she has anything specific, if she wants to talk to me, then I'll talk to her. But I don't have anything to say to her.
Um, she would say that all she'd say is that she'd ask if you had got the message about the requested meeting,
Yes, yes.
but she would ask it in a thieves' camp. So it sounds like normal conversation.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take
Did
Timmy
you
to the.
did you order those? Did you take that order of apples down to the docks?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, Timmy
Um,
was lost on
it
his way
did.
to the docks.
Yeah. Heard Lassie had to get him out of the well.
Morgan, do you realize what you just said?
No, I don't.
well, he just ordered a hit on the open Lord of Water. Somewhere, L'Oreal Silverhand just got shanked in the back. Uh, but yeah, and then she would basically just she'd say she'd eat something. She doesn't seem like there's any conversation she'd want outside of that meeting.
Yeah. Any conversation we can have is not available to be had at this current time.
Right. And I'll say like she's not being she exchanges pleasantries and stuff with you,
Yeah.
but not
No proper conversation because it's not the
right.
current time.
Right. Um so uh Durnan would you never see Durnan enter, but you just see him at the bar at one point, at one of the bar stools. Um just sampling. Checking out the other thing. But then, like, you see him as he's getting up, and he'd walk over to Morgan because Morgan's at the bar. Well, seems like you fixed her up pretty good. Congratulations on your opening. He'll go to shake your hand.
We'll shake his hand.
Okay.
Thanks. I mean, that's a lot coming from you. I mean, I know you've always been a guy with a good memory, but I mean, I've been coming to your place for years whenever I've been in Waterdeep, and you've kind of been an inspiration to me. So I'm just trying to follow your example.
But now you're my enemy, so you must die.
No.
Just no opening holes to Under Mountain. That's my thing.
Oh hell no! I've had enough of Alistair Blackcloak to last me a goddamn lifetime.
Why do you think I don't go back down there?
And that's entirely fair, because not only is he an asshole, but he's annoying too. It's one thing if someone was an asshole, but it's that annoying part. It's like a bug just under your skin that you just can't get out. Tear your skin off.
Yeah, but there's something about it that just makes you want to. Something there in the back of your mind making you want to go back.
See, now you sound like Rebecca. I haven't had that issue. If anything, I've had a devoid of desire to want to go back down there.
What other riches could still be down there? It's what calls to everyone. That's why I built my place around the entrance.
Yeah. One of these days you're going to have to tell me what it is that you found down there, because I'm going to be honest with you. For a human, you have lived a very long time.
Don't think you'll ever find my lips quite that loose.
Is
I
it
know
like
my
some sort of
companions.
dark secret with like a god or something? Come on,
No,
anything,
nothing
man.
bad like that.
Oh, okay.
He's actually
But
Hallister Blackcloak.
He's actually, oh my god, if he was actually Alistair Blacklock, I lose my mind.
let's just say you ended up lucky. I only returned with one of my companions. I'll leave it at that.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Does kind of
Mm,
suck though. A lot of young adventurers doing something way beyond their means. They should at least take like a couple goblin quests first or something like that. I don't know. Fuck.
I mean, so what's the stereotypical thing? You kill rats in the basement of the bar. What's the basement of the bar? Undermountain.
Undermountain.
Yeah,
There's goblins down there.
that's true. There's goblins down there. Or kobolds. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, I mean, you fought several hobgoblins and goblins on the first level, I believe. Um, most of your neighbors had dispersed after the grand opening, but they each come in at some point. And the sharply dressed human would introduce himself since he hadn't interacted with y'all prior. Uh, yeah, all the other ones you've interacted with. Ah, the name's Vincent Trench. I run the Tiger's Eye across the alley.
What's the Tiger's Eye? What business is that? Like, what did they do?
So you had never gotten in there. It's the sign is just literally a tiger's eye.
Hmm.
There's not any words or anything else. Um, but if you ask him that, it'd be a time when like all four of you are kind of together talking. That he comes over and introduces himself to all of you. Um, it would be I I
Well,
ascertain
clearly.
information for people.
Ah,
Ah. I thought he was going to say it's a survivalist shop.
If there's any secrets you need found out within Waterdeep, I can get that information for you.
I
Is she
see.
like a spy?
Please, private detective.
Private eye. Tiger's eye. I get it now. I get it. Also, shame on the two of you for not getting the joke.
What joke would that be?
Yeah.
I said survivalist shop. The song Eye of the Tiger is by Survivor.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Boo.
Yeah, boo. Boo.
Why are you booing me? I'm right. Yes, if you ever need information gathered, come by. As long as it's nothing too hard, I can even give you the the alley discount.
Well,
Ooh, I like discounts.
the idea that I have that you could potentially look into us in for us is probably
Uh,
not suitable for that.
well, come by if you do have anything. Don't worry about it being too difficult. Might just take a little longer. And he'll have a wine. At this point, Morgan, you'd see Garnock get a worried look on his face and like pull you aside.
We're out of beer.
What's up?
Just had the last keg of ale brought up. Still have the other stuff, but out of the standard that most of these people are asking for.
Okay. Um, let me see. Let me see if I can go run over to the vintners, brewers, so on and so forth, and see about getting a delivery.
Yeah, I'll come and help you with that.
All right.
Okay.
Zarin, Orem, watch the bar.
I was gonna say Lacanu. Lacanu's not here.
Who the fuck is Lakana?
A uh, is a fighter from Omu. I think we fight alongside her in the siege of Omu. I can't remember.
Yeah, so she was a Omuan guard that was there while you were fighting off the undead horde that was attacking. Like her and Rinder, the um Minotaur. Don't know why I couldn't think of that name. Were the ones that seemed to be in charge.
Anyways, yeah, Lauren's also here. She can watch the bar.
Okay. So are you running to the headquarters or just to a brewery? Because the headquarters is in the trade ward, which is in the southern portion of the city.
Probably the closest brewery.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Closest brewery.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So you run over there.
What time of day is
It's
it?
we'll say 3 blocks away. It's at this point it would be about 4 in the afternoon.
For the
So you've been open for 4 hours.
okay.
I mean, grand opening, it was very front loaded as far as like people coming, but yeah. So you run over there, and would you just be getting the standard ale, or would you be getting anything else as well?
I mean, that's what we're running out of. Unless he
Okay.
told us we're low on anything else.
Yeah, Morgan would have made sure before we left if there was anything else that we were like low on or around half of, and if we were around half, he'd basically essentially he's going to order another half to get us back up to like full, and he was probably going to do full and a little more, probably like full and a quarter of the standard stuff, just in case.
Okay. I would say everything else seems like the estimations on how much you would need were pretty good. So you're good on everything else. That they just under predicted, I guess would be the right word.
Who knew
Okay, so
standard ale
then
was so popular?
Well, so they made the mistake of going with, oh, it's in the North Ward, when y'all are focusing on having it's not lower class, but like lower tier stuff as well. Like y'all are trying to make it more of an everyman shop instead of just for people in the North Ward. But then also
right,
having the fancy stuff for the North Ward. So that wasn't something that had been done before. So they expected on the cheaper stuff. Under factored it in.
oh yeah,
But yeah.
so he'd do like full and a quarter.
Yeah. So I'd say they'll add it to your tab for the end of the month, with what you pay them, and say if you give them 5 gold, they'll lend you a cart to get it back quickly, or they can deliver it in an hour or so.
He'll give him the gold.
We might
Okay.
be out in an hour.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, they have other bars to attend to, or other taverns. I mean, is why they can't just drop everything for it. But yeah, so you get another. What'd you say? An order and a half,
order and a quarter, but
order and a quarter.
order and a quarter.
Okay. And you get it back there. Uh, and that leaves the last. Oh no, 3 more. Uh, Reginald would be sitting down at a table and eating when you arrive back. Reginald would be, as well as Morgan, your gunsmith.
Hey, what is his name again, by the way?
Victor.
Might have to be because I didn't know. I wrote
Sure.
down Morgan Smith guy
All right.
for the list of people coming to this.
If his name is Victor, sure, why not? Hey, Victor.
Learn from my mistakes.
Ah,
Learn from my mistakes.
so you are here. Yes, this is my wife, Helen.
Hello, Helen.
So you're the one that's had him working all this time.
I am incredibly sorry for that.
Ah, it's good he has the passion back for his work again. I wish not quite as much, but it's a start.
Well, that's good, I guess. And I mean, hey, hopefully these spin boxes are quite profitable for you. Maybe he could, I don't know, retire early or something.
Maybe yeah, that or shorter run. Maybe we can go on a vacation of sorts.
Right, right. Yeah, that's true. You guys did go on that vacation. Going on another one, that wouldn't be bad. Maybe go for a
Uh,
little bit longer too, you know. Have sort of like a, I don't know, honeymoon or something.
it's quite a nice place.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, she was in a bit of disrepair, but got it back to work in order, and yeah, things are going great. Even got a chance to talk with one of the previous owners. It's good. It's good. I think we have
Inc-
his blessing, hopefully.
Oh, and I'll say, you've been noticing not when a ton of people come in at the same time, but like when it's just a couple people coming in at once, the chairs have been pulling themselves out for them.
That's quality service right there.
Thanks, Leaf.
I love Leaf.
Yeah.
He can't do much, but what he can do, he does well.
Unless he decides to throw a tantrum again. Even that he does well though. Uh, have a good chat with them, and Volatamp was there.
He has not moved.
He's been talking to a bunch of people. He's been walking all around.
God, as he does.
I mean, he's a bard.
He's also sold a few books.
He's a famous author. Probably thinks he's more famous than he actually is, but he's a famous author.
Well, I mean, he's been selling books while he's here at your grand opening.
Oh, bro. I get networking, but actually, no, dude. That ain't cool.
Would you say something to him?
No. But I'll judge him for it.
Judge him silently.
Noted.
Like, I wouldn't go to his book signing and sell shit.
Yeah, what a dick.
I mean, he is full of himself.
Yeah, that's very much in character for Volo.
Yeah.
Oh, Elia.
Greetings.
Was not expecting to see you here.
Well, I heard it was a restaurant as well. Uh, Congratulations are in order, I suppose.
Thank you.
On the opening and on a job well done, from what I hear.
Yeah, that was a bit more complicated than we thought it would be, particularly the way back. Had a slight detour to a beer.
Oh, that's hopefully you didn't run into any of our very distant kin.
Didn't run into them. One was coming at us, and we managed to escape just in time. Might have been the overlord of the region that we're in. Probably the largest dragon I've ever seen. Looked like the size of a mountain.
'Twas one of the rulers. I'd say you were lucky to not face them.
I could have taken him.
Morgan, her toenail could have crushed you.
You could not
Hmm.
have. She would look
Won't
to
know
that
unless
Morgan.
it's tried.
um, she'd like wait till there's a bit of space around y'all. Um, so I'm just a representative. I'm not privy to all the knowledge. Do you know when the meetings might resume?
Uh, hopefully soon. They're just wrapping up the investigations, I believe. We're next on the docket for that. Once that's done, we can start getting that underway.
Very well. The what was it? Concord? The Dragon
Metallic
Council?
conclave.
Yeah, Conclave. Thank you. Metallic Con.
Metallicon. I think that's what we called the episode, right?
Metallic
Or
Dragon Con or something like that.
yeah.
Still waiting on my report from what is reported. My report of the report, I suppose. Yes, and she'll go eat. Um, but yeah, the rest of the event goes smoothly, and you have a very successful grand opening.
Yo.
Someone does win the pot for the Dragonfire thing.
No.
Yay!
Yeah.
How much money total?
How much money did they win?
Yeah, how much? How much was like?
Or how much was in the pot?
Yeah.
So I'd say these dolls might be a bit better than you were expecting, because by the time okay, what y'all put in
Put in
a lot of
75.
money. Y'all put in 75 total, so it would have been up to
No, yeah.
it would have been up to 150 by the time the first person won.
Damn, not bad. We're gonna need more dolls because we're probably
Yep. So y'all got
nowhere.
your money back exactly,
Yeah.
except it goes to the bar unless you take it.
No, I'll go to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, Metallic Dragon Con is what I named it.
Metallica Con.
Metallicacon.
Yeah. Very successful grand opening. People clear out at I don't know what's the last call in Waterdeep, Morgan. 2.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
2 a.m. is the last call in most places. So, I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know how big cities work, Morgan. Dylan. Is their last call in New York City? I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for most of them.
Okay.
It's like a
24-hour
general rule.
bars.
There are. I don't think there are any 24-hour bars in the city.
You should corner that market. Yeah.
Could be
And
wrong
people
about that.
clear out. Uh, Unless there's anything else y'all would want to do, y'all take a long rest.
Yep.
Oh no, there are.
Oh, Morgan has plans.
Huh? No, no, I'm sorry. I meant as in there are 24-hour bars in the city.
Oh,
There's not a lot. Looks like about 7.
That's how many bars there are here.
I wouldn't even want to guess how many bars there are on the island of Manhattan alone. Beck proceeds to look it up.
Also, what counts as a bar? Because
199
there's like
bars?
restaurants that also have bars. Does that count as a bar?
Technically, I mean, in my book, we're gonna do a bar crawl.
I think you die if you do that for all of Manhattan.
There are, as of August 11th, 2023, there are 199 bars in my city.
Oh, in your city.
Yep.
Let's see.
In
How many bars are on the
Manhattan,
island?
estimated over 8,000 bars and clubs.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Why is the tattoo parlor listed on the list of bars in my city?
You can get drinks there.
Because places that do those wine painting things also get counted as bars, apparently.
Okay. So the restaurants that have bars are not on the list, but there are. I was right. 7 bars on this list if you count the tattoo part.
Oh, an official document from New York City, specifically the New York City government, from 2016, there was 2,100 bars and clubs in New York City.
1,100.
2,100 throughout the 5 boroughs.
Yeah, I wonder if that's 5 boroughs, if that's metro area, if that's yeah. There's a lot of things that within a city can mean.
Yeah.
It was NYC government, so whatever that would entail.
Because I think technically, even though New York City is supposed to be the 5 boroughs, I think like what's considered New York City, like address-wise, is just Manhattan. So 2,000 makes sense for Manhattan alone. I wouldn't be surprised. Because there's like a deli every block. So if there's a bar every block, that tracks too.
But only one friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, but his neighborhood is Queens, not Manhattan. Although
And
surprisingly, he's in Manhattan all the time. In the movies, anyway.
which borough is Hell's Kitchen in?
Hell's Kitchen is technically part of the Bronx. Let me see.
Hulk destroyed Harlem. Hell's Kitchen is where like Jessica Jones and Daredevil and all that is.
West side of Midtown Manhattan.
It's in Manhattan. Right. So was the secret meeting the next day or the day after?
The first day is the interrogation. The second day is the secret meeting.
So they're interrogating us, and then we're having a meeting about it.
Okay. So today, would be the day of the interrogations.
Oh, fun.
But first, let's take a quick dinner.
All right.
Oh, good. I need the bathroom.
Safe. Return.
Welcome.
Is Dylan still away?
I think so. He hasn't said anything.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
If I had Andromeda with me, I'd send her to follow Neverember. But she's tied up at the moment.
Was there anything I can't remember. Was there anything other than the one cultist saying his name when you asked who he worked for?
The insight check that I did not amazing, but okay on. He passed that, so that freaked me out. But he probably
Right, like
was
you
lying.
Okay.
In character though, Rebecca believed him, so
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense. I just couldn't remember if there was anything else.
no, we haven't.
I
Come
don't think
across
there was.
anything.
Um I will say before Volo left last night, he would have given you 300 gold and thank you for letting him sell his book here.
Oh, at least he paid us for it.
Yeah, at least he did. I'll split that between. You know what? Fuck it. That just goes to the bar fund. I don't know how to
Okay,
divide that.
300 to the bar fund.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest that. I'm like, we don't want to leave Oren out, and then
It's like Lakanu's here. Not Lakanu. Fuck me, Laura.
is this supposed to be your character's like sister too, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord is. Lucanu was one of his old character's bosses.
Yeah. I don't know why I got Lakanu in the brain though.
Lucanu for Dylan above board. Lucanu is one of the characters that's trapped in the Mirror of Life, trapping in the tomb.
Oh, unfortunate.
Like that's in the actual adventure. But Render, the Minotaur you had met, had fallen through a time warp from when Omu was still alive and knew that person.
Well, actually, the day that it was under siege by a Serac.
Yeah. If y'all are both ready.
I am good. Just a reminder. Everyone gets half my Warlock level. So 6 plus 5. 11 temp HP. Zarin, Morgan, Orym, and I think Lorit. She'd be the only
Okay.
other one staying there.
Yep. And Oirin will be going with you to the council for interrogations. So the four of you would get there to the council building. And before entering the actual council chamber, you would see Tia would be waiting there as well.
Oh, hey.
A long time no see.
Hey guys, who's this?
Oh,
This is
this is Zarin and Orem.
She met Zarin the day that y'all split off, but
Oh,
Oirin
yeah,
would be.
yeah, briefly. Yeah, yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is Orem. He's a gnome adventurer who just, just kind of came along with us. Helped us deal with the Crimson, not the Crimson, the Emerald Assassin. Uh, Traveled through Undermountain, and then we went to space.
Oh, hi, I'm Tia.
How do you?
Yeah. Good morning to you.
It's our
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye.
Sopper said that that's what he would watch to get the accent before each section.
that's
He had a loop of he had a compilation of top of the morning to you. But yeah, as y'all are introducing them to, uh, someone would walk out of the council chamber. It would be a middle-aged human in a black robe, not non-hooded robe, like uh, but yeah, and well, it appears that all of you are here that are supposed to be. So we're going to put you each in separate rooms so you cannot communicate between each other. And then we will be coming to you one at a time to go through this revetting. Though for you, it is just a vetting, I suppose. Um, would any of y'all be trying to do anything or talk about anything before they separate you?
Probably just filling in Tia on our adventures.
Okay. And she would say that what her and Celeste went off to do was a success
Excellent.
without going into details.
That's good. That's really good.
Yep. But she won't have time to go into details before y'all are separated. So you are all taken into you are each taken into uh small rooms, though not like cells or interrogation rooms. You know, there's it's furnished. There's a couch. There's a table. The couch has a big imprint in it. Um, as if an invisible Morgan was currently sitting on it. Uh, I will say Loki was not there, and he said everyone was there.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything just in case they forgot about him, and they weren't supposed to. So,
So, we will do Rebecca first out of you two. You've sat in there a bit because they would have gone to someone else before you.
I'll just be
Um,
doing. I'll have like a little gold coin in my hand, just kind of like run it over my. Doing that like little coin trick where you run it along your knuckles, like back and forth. Just doing that to pass the
okay.
time.
I will say, when you enter this room, Rebecca, you feel your connection to Andromeda cut off.
That is smart.
But also sucks.
I've had too much of this lately. I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't want you having outside communication and a thing like this.
Yep. Yeah, I understand it. It's just Rebecca's been so used to it, it makes her uncomfortable.
Yep. Well, Dylan, I hate to leave you in here by yourself, but don't want y'all to know what the answers the other person gives are.
Right, it's fine.
So
I'll entertain myself.
okay, Beck, if you can come to secrets.
Okay.
So after sitting in there for the better part of 20 or 30 minutes, you hear a latch on the door be undone. The same figure enters, accompanied by a man in robes denoting him as a member of the Watchful Order. So there would be those two, and um, someone that is in robes denoting them as a harper, which is not something you see often because
Do I
normally
do I recognize them?
you do not.
Okay. What do they look like?
They would be a uh female elf with blonde hair.
Okay. Darn. I thought you were gonna say older female half elf. I'm like, ah, Chihiro. But no.
But they would have um what would it be? I think it's like a light blue is the color of the harpers, blue
Yep.
and silver. They come in, they latch the door. Uh, and then the one in black robes that spoke when you first arrived. So before we begin, we're going to cast a zone of truth in the room. We will know if you try to resist.
Yeah, not my first rodeo with Zone of Truth.
And they will do so. Do you choose to resist?
No.
Okay. Uh, so they'll sit down on a couple of armchairs that are on the other side of the table. So, could you please state your full name for the record?
Rebecca, unknown last name.
Are you currently under the effects of any illusion magic?
No. I can be if you want me to.
No. Um, have you been given money or other compensation to perform tasks outside of those pertinent to the council within since joining the council?
Yes.
And that would be?
The uh, a associate of a merchant prince, merchant prince, uh, wa, how do I pronounce his name? Wakangu? No.
Wakanga Utamu.
Yeah, Wakanga Atamu. They were looking for magic items sourced from Undermountain, and we collected a few when we were down there and provided them.
Would this be the Chilton woman that had been stationed inside of the yawning portal?
Yes. Unless there was multiple Chelton women. I didn't see any. I only saw the one.
Okay. Any other compensation for tasks that may be that may have been given out?
I'm thinking. Oh, that technically wasn't compensation. Nope. Nope.
Okay, so
that
we
was
will
Beck
say
saying that was not
no.
Rebecca saying that.
I know. This is above board. I will say you weren't given a keep.
Yeah, but that wasn't compensation, was it?
I mean, officially, no.
I'm not technically lying.
Okay, so I guess that would be a deception check. Because you're like trying to do it bending the truth as opposed to a
Yeah.
straight lie.
Well, that's a low roll.
Okay. He looks like he can tell that you're being honest, but there is something there. Uh a quid pro quo, perhaps.
Yeah, we assisted Lady Daggerford with an issue she was having, and we received the ownership of Crom's Hold following the unfortunate demise of the previous owner.
Okay. Have you been intimidated or otherwise coerced into performing any tasks?
Not to my knowledge.
What do you have to say for your brief stint as the most wanted person on the Sword Coast?
Oh, I didn't realize I reached most wanted status. It was an accident. I accept responsibility for it, and I've done my best to make up for it, to the point where even Celestials recognize my efforts, um, and they've even appeased the spirit of the man that I killed. But I do want to point out that it turns out that that entire town didn't die. They're actually alive in a pocket dimension.
Though apparently with something unsettling protecting it, from
Yes.
what you informed the council. What would that be?
I just want to note that I refrained from telling them because I felt it out of respect for the wizard that put it in place. However, I don't think there's a way around this, but a silver dragon, ancient dragon, very old, the name of Amalus, had an adoptive grandson while disguised as a wizard, kind of watching over this town. Um, when something odd began to happen to the town a couple years prior to um, the death curse, the Great Death. almost was like a concentrated proto death curse. Like everything was decaying. People were dying. Not even those who'd just been brought back, but everyone. Um, and the only solution that he could figure out was to put his adoptive grandson in a state of I don't even know how to describe it, but the only way to end the effect is if you show the grandson any mercy or feeling of compassion while in his presence, and that will return the town to the material plane and potentially result in the entire town dying, as I don't believe there's been a fix for it discovered. And depending on how the prophecy works regarding the return of Tiamat, it could usher in the end of the world.
Okay. They look like they believe you. Um, and what of your connections to the underworld of Port Nianzuru?
Briefly worked with them when I was on the run as I've recently learned, most wanted woman in the Sword Coast. Um, wasn't super thrilled working with them, but I tried to follow my personal code of taking from those who can do without and giving it to those who need, while also taking some for myself because I gotta eat.
Okay.
But if it weren't for that, I wouldn't
Do
have
you
met
know?
my tech not sister, but spiritually sister.
Do you now have any hesitancies, even if they are small ones, about any other members of past or present of the Uniques or your previous group, the Wackadoos?
Um, Low key. I wouldn't say hesitancy, but bit. Uh, I don't know how to phrase it. Seemed, yeah, he worked for the greater good overall because he helped us, but at the end of the day, it kind of felt like he had a plan to, if things were to go wrong, where it would affect him the least. I don't think I got the feeling that he'd um, sacrifice himself for someone else.
Okay. And I'll say, both of the other two are taking notes of everything you say. Um, why did you and your compatriots call for this revetting?
On our way to the moot, we came across a traveling a band of dragon cultists transporting slaves and other goods somewhere, and interrogated one of the cultists, and they said that they were working for Lord Neverember. Um, and he didn't feel like he was lying. I understand there's a possibility that he was lying, but um, the fact that there could be a person on the inside working, either being influenced by or unknowingly being controlled by the cult was a bit of a too big of a risk to ignore.
Okay. Are you aware that your soul is not intact? And if so, what is the meaning of that?
Um, when I was dead during the events of us trying to stop Sarek with his death curse, I attempted to create a beacon to signal the gods where um, to to help a bit more than what they could, so they know the exact location of the soulmonger and could provide a bit more direct intervention opposed to sending people to the area. Um, Casting a spell while you're just a soul uh, is not recommended, and it burned part of my soul away. Uh, it is being maintained currently by my patron, uh, Kiamut, who is a Chiron on Mount Celestia. Um, up until the point where things are resolved and I die, finally.
Okay. That is all for now. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome.
And they will leave, but you are still to remain in the room until the others are done.
All right, I'll go back to fiddling with the coin.
Yeah, we'll go back to the other. Okay. Back to the other room. Okay. Morgan, you've been in the room for about an hour. And I'll say
And
as
if
long as it doesn't say the comment on the questions.
Yeah,
It's fine if Bex.
I'll mute myself entirely.
Okay.
if uh if they have not confiscated any of his items from him, he would have just been sitting there drinking.
So I would say they took away weapons, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So he's just chilling, drinking, getting his crunk on.
Okay. Uh, about an hour after getting in there, you hear the latch on the outside of the door undone, and it opens. In walks the figure in black robe that had ushered you in, as well as someone wearing the robes denoting them as members of the Harpers, so blue and silver, and someone in the robes of the Watchful Order of magic people. They'll come in, sit down on armchairs opposite the table from you, and they would relatch the door. Uh, the one, the one that ushered you in the black robe will do most of the talking. The other two are taking notes. So, before we begin, we will be casting a zone of truth. We will know if you try to fight it, try to resist it, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay. Will you
Uh,
try to resist the zone of truth?
no.
Okay.
I consent.
All right. Please state your full name.
Morgan Avrindar. Though unofficially it's Morgan the Urban Bourbon Avrindar, Dragon Slave. I mean, I like to think that it's officially, but it's not on the ID card.
Are you currently under any transformation or other illusion, magic, or other effects?
Magic? Nah, yeah, I don't mess with that shit. No.
Have you been given any compensation for any tasks or otherwise outside of that which is pertinent to the council?
What do you mean by that?
Since joining the council, that would be.
Since joining the council, have I received any compensation for
Have you
tasks?
been paid for doing things? Or get not necessarily in money, but
Well,
money
for
or
doing
otherwise.
things, yeah. I mean, it wasn't related to the council. Um, but yeah, I mean, we've undertaken like some small jobs here and there.
Is there any of those that would be counter to that of the council's mission, or that could be seen as that would be illegal?
Counter to the council, no. Illegal. I'm not entirely sure. Um, how do I put this? We got asked by Brenda Barros to go to a bank in the Sea of Night. So I mean, it doesn't violate your laws, but we went to the bank and I mean, we didn't really steal it. We just kind of borrowed it and then we brought it to him. But he, I mean, if we had stolen it, I imagine alarms and stuff would have went off. But we came in and said we were going to check out an item, and they let us. It was weird. I don't understand a lot of the stuff, but I just kind of go along with it because I gotta.
Okay. And what about a keep outside of Daggerford?
Oh yeah, Crom's Hold. So we had originally been hired to investigate something with the what the hell was her name? The one that was in charge of it. And apparently she was up to no good. So we handled her and the people that was with her. And then the Duchess was like, well, in the future, we're probably going to need somebody to, look over it. And since you did me a favor, it'll probably be you guys because we could trust you more and you'll actually do something about the lizard folk, was essentially what it was. But she said no promises, which I was like, okay, that's fair. And then the last time we were there to visit my wife, she was like, surprise, surprise, here's the deed. You own Crom's Hold now. Which, I mean, I guess is good because with the thought in mind, it was kind of why we had decided to open the bar because we were like, well, if we're going to be in charge of a keep, we're going to need some income. And we didn't really have a lot of major sustainable income beyond like adventuring. And I mean, I don't know about you folk, but adventuring's not really steady work, and a lot of the time you're not necessarily getting paid, not because people aren't grateful, but I guess it's like you don't always want to take the money, like you save a town and people are like, yay, you saved us, and then they give you all your money and then you're like, why would you do that? That's you need that to rebuild, so then you feel bad and tell them to keep it. And I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but yeah.
Okay. You can see that the other two gave up on writing down everything halfway through that explanation. They sort of just cliff notes.
Good.
Um,
I mean, he usually doesn't lie anyway, so
Yeah.
the problem is he overshares.
Have you been intimidated or coerced in other ways into doing anything
No.
since joining the council or within the 3 months prior?
People don't really intimidate me to do things. I just kind of do things on a whim most of the time. I mean, hell, me getting involved in all this mess was on a whim.
Okay. What do you know about this? And he puts a paper on the desk. He slides a paper across the desk to you. It is your wanted poster from
Oh, um, oh boy. So look, I'm gonna be honest with you. this was done with the best intentions. We were in, oh God, what was the name of that town? Um, we were in this town near the Greenfields, and this was shortly after we had found out that the spot where they know about this, right? They know where she's supposed to show up. Like we shared this. This isn't secret
Yes.
information.
Yeah, you shared
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So the spot where Tiamat is supposed to come back near the Troll Mountains, Green Nest, and the other, or well, Green Fields, and the other one, what was it, the Snake Hills or something like that? Um,
Snakewood.
Snakewood. I I knew that it was going to be an issue, and we had gone into the town, and I was trying to, I guess, get some information and see if these people were aware of any of the cultist activities near them. And there was this gentleman, I believe he was a former major within their military running a general store. So I kind of pretended to be a specialist with their military and told him about how there was heavy cultist activity in the area, which wasn't a lie, by the way. There really was. Those motherfuckers were up to no good. And I let them know about it, and I said that it was probably good for them to increase patrols because supposedly, well, this was the part that was a lie, that the cultists were working with their country's enemy, that monster nation. So he said, well, I take that very seriously, and I thank you for your cadence, blah, blah, blah. And then he said that he was going to say something to the military. So I don't know if he said something to the military and then they were like, oh, this guy doesn't work for us. What the fuck is going on here? Or if they did send people and then got into a scrap and lost, so they felt embarrassed. I don't know, man. The point is, I just wanted them to be more aware because this town was so close and I was kind of afraid of people dying. So, yeah. Also, I don't think they're
It,
part of your whole Lord Alliance thing.
they are not, but you being on the council and being this wanted over there after impersonating a high-ranking military officer does put a damper on relations.
I'm sorry about that. I don't think I officially had a council position at that point in time, though, so it wasn't with the intention of besmirching you guys. It's just kind of my own thing. It was a while back. Yeah. Last time I showed up there, they tried to kill me. Uh, and then I saw the posters, and I had to run away. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and it's actually higher than when you last saw it.
Wait, what is it now?
It's gone up 100 gold.
Oh my god. Man, they want me bad. Why are they so angry?
It's almost like you impersonated a high-ranking military officer and told them that their mortal enemies were going to attack from the opposite side of the country from where their mortal enemies are.
In this
Kind of looks like you're a
situation,
spy for the bad guys.
yeah, yeah. In this situation, I will admit that I may have erred.
Do you have any hesitancies, even if they are small, about any members of the Uniques, past or current?
No. I mean, look, I always thought that Tia was a little screwy, but I mean that in like not a betrayal kind of way. She did this whole weird thing with a bird. The point is, I was afraid that we were going to get in trouble, but we didn't. It wasn't anything illegal. This is all true, by the way. It was technically not illegal. Um, yeah, but I mean, as far as I was concerned, I kind of just brushed it aside because she already has a stand-in with what it's the Platinum Dragon, right? Like she's part of the Temple of Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She was already in good with the big dragon guy. So I mean, I figured if she was actually evil, he would have I don't know, banished her from their clergy or something like that. But no, I've never had any doubts. I mean, I trust them all with my life. I haven't seen Loki in a while, but I hope he's doing all right. And I just saw Tia. Actually, as a matter of fact, you said that everyone was here. Is Loki here?
Loki was unable to attend.
Is he all right?
His interrogation will be being done in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like he's all right, I guess. He didn't get hurt or
He's not
anything, did he?
currently he's not currently fit for travel. That is all I am able to say.
Okay, all right. Oh, I guess as long as he's breathing, he'll be on the mend. Um,
Why did you and your companions call for this revetting?
so there was this whole weird thing, and this is me trying to remember because it's been ages. Was it because the son of one of the council members turned out to be one of the worm speakers?
So that did happen. It was the son of King Melindrock.
Right.
Um, However, originally you had stopped a raiding party of the cult, and when you asked who they were working for, he replied with Lord Neverember. And according to Rebecca,
Right.
he was telling the truth.
Right. Well, the original thing that had caused our suspicions was we had stopped a raid by the cult, and there was one of the cultist members was interrogated by Rebecca, and when we asked him who he was working for, he said Lord Neverember, and Rebecca said he wasn't lying. Now, I know that she's got access to some sort of magic. I don't know if she magicked him to find that out or what, but she's usually not wrong about stuff, and I tend to trust her on all that. But then after the fact, when we were in the whatever the fuck the forest was called, the Misty Forest or whatever,
Yep, Sea Forest.
we when we were in the Misty Forest, um, and we were going to deal with the Emerald Assassin, turned out that one of the worm speakers uh, was the bastard son of King Melindrock, which he
Not
tried.
he was just
Oh,
estranged.
oh, estranged, right? The estranged son of King Melindrock. Um, and yeah, and I mean that alone should be cause for looking into stuff. But I mean the Neverember thing. I mean I could see why you would be hesitant because he's famous, and I feel like you guys would have known if he was compromised. But I mean, his own son, when it comes to the king, that's kind of I think a little more damning.
I'll say, so Daggett Neverember just got outed as Open Lord, like between the first and second council session. So he had been Open Lord at that point for like 24 years. So he is pretty thoroughly vetted.
Okay.
Though obviously things do fall through the cracks, especially if it's someone that you just assume is vetted.
Right. And I mean, there was a couple of other incidents, at least like in a minor sense, where no one had said anything, but it kind of seemed like the enemy possessed knowledge that they weren't supposed to, or they were in places where they shouldn't have shown up, like when we were in Daggerford and we got attacked. They shouldn't have known that we were there because we had just arrived. And for them to mobilize that quickly and bring a goddamn adult black dragon with them kind of tells you that somebody let something slip. I mean, we killed it, but that wasn't cool.
Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. You will be to remain in this room until we finish with the others.
Okay.
All right. So I'd say it'd be like 2 hours total by the time um you are all let out, because they have to go through Orion and Zarin still. But then you are let out, and all of you are let free.
That was uncomfortable.
Thank you all for your cooperation. A report on each of you will be submitted as well. And they'll walk back in the council chambers and close the door.
I just learned that I was the most wanted woman on the Sword Coast for a time. I'm kind of impressed. I didn't even know. I knew I was wanted. I didn't know I was that wanted.
And Morgan is the most wanted person in
At the moment.
Wait, you wanted to?
I was, not anymore.
Uh,
Well, I think I still am in some places, but that was a while ago.
apparently my bounty went up.
Oh, really? What is it now?
Another 100 gold.
Oh, shit. That's more tempting.
We should definitely try and figure out some sort of play with that in the future.
And I will say, with a little bit of a time skip thing, Brandon Barris did show up yesterday. I just missed him on my list of all the people that had been invited.
Ah. Yeah. We would have gave him the stuff.
So he would have said that he will in fact give you that favor. Oh, he will in fact owe you one, I believe is the way he put it. And he will also say no, he'll owe you one. But he will take the tablet. And the gauntlets, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So by the time you're out of there, it would be mid-afternoon. And y'all are free to do anything. I believe the other meeting you'll have is the following day.
Yep.
Morgan doesn't have any plans. He'd probably just wait until the next day for the meeting.
Okay. So y'all just help with uh running the tavern that day.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, I'll help out too.
So that night, Rebecca, as you go outside to go to the stairs and head up, you would be stopped by Elrond.
How the fuck did you get in here?
Well, no, you're going up. You have to go outside to
Oh,
get
the
to the
answer.
stairs.
Yeah.
So he stops you,
Okay.
like while you're
Okay. Yep.
walking around the building. Let me move back to the troll skill map. Um, uh, just ran into someone outside the city that was trying to get to you.
Who? What?
I'm not sure, but they had this letter.
What
And
do they look like?
the human, 20s.
I'll open up the letter.
Okay. Do sorry.
How dare.
Right. Where the hell? Here it is. Nope. You don't know me, but we can help each other immeasurably. My name is Iskander, and I made a terrible mistake in joining the Cult of the Dragon. The cult's horrifying plans are sure to bring doom to all, but I can stop those plans with your help. Rescue me from the cult's clutches, and I will deliver to you the prize of prizes, the blue dragon mask. Without it, Severin faces an insurmountable setback in his effort to call Tiamat back to our world. The mask is here in Zonthal's tower, being studied and guarded by only a handful of wizards, including myself. The danger of my treason becoming known grows with each passing day, and if I'm discovered, I'll surely be killed. Please hurry for the sake of everyone and everything you value.
How did you come by this guy?
I was out hunting and saw him walking down the path, but he was looking real suspicious. Real nervous.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. Apparently he was just some farmer that had been given the message and told he had to deliver it.
Okay. What was the name of the tower again?
I think I might have a handout for this.
Black Helm Tower?
Zonthal's is what it's.
Xantharl. Okay. Where is that?
I do not have a handout. I do not. So I'm going to just copy and paste it over into the Discord.
Do you by chance know where Zonthal's tower is?
It's a town that is. Lauren's been all over the place. It's the other side of the Serpent Hills, the off the south end of the Great Peak Mountains, which the Serpent Hills is where you went looking for Stella.
Yeah.
You saw all the orcs. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Serpent Hills is where
The White Worm Speaker.
yeah, the first Worm Speaker was.
Well, apparently the guy is a cultist who's trying to defect.
And I will say this is one that Rebecca, you don't have to do this, but Rebecca would probably think about this is a message that might need to be vetted because she would reasonably think that this could be a trap.
Yeah, this probably is a trap. I'll definitely bring it up with the Harpers tomorrow. But if it's true, it's definitely worthwhile to get into because they need those masks.
I'll say Morgan would have came out while Rebecca was reading the letter, so probably would have been told as well.
Where are we off to now?
Nowhere. We'll bring this up with the Harpers tomorrow. Let them know about this. See if they can look into it because if this is true, this is a big deal. We can get our hands on one of the dragon masks.
And also, at this time, you would see Reginald come jogging up. Or no, he'd get out of a carriage. and jog up to the steps and be surprised that you're standing outside already.
Oh, hey Reginald, what's up?
Urgent missive from the council. He'd hand you a still sealed scroll.
I'd look at this with you, Elrin, but you're not on the council. But thanks for this.
It'd be fine.
That would be something that Elrin would say.
Come on.
Uh, no, sorry. If it's urgent, it's probably supposed to be secret. So, Morgan, can you grab
Okay.
Zarin and Orm?
Yeah, I'll go get him.
All right, we'll meet in the little room there.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, thanks for the message. How much for a drink here?
Well, you're closed.
Oh, we're closed. Never mind. If you come by next time you come by and I'm here, drinks on me or dinner, whatever you want.
Great. I'll start walking back north to get out of the city again.
All right, head inside and crack open the letter.
Okay. To the members of the Council of Waterdeep. The last of the revetting procedures has been accomplished. All members have passed. As such, the council is able to reconvene. The first reconvened meeting will take place on the uh, the the 12th of Nightal.
What day is it?
It is currently the 7th.
Okay, so another 5 days, 4 days.
And it would be signed Open Lord Lady L'Ariel Silverhand.
I guess my estimation that us being the last people to be vetted was correct.
So 4 days until we're supposed to sit around for another stuffy council meeting. And then this guy wants our help, and he says that it's urgent.
I mean, we'll get the Harpers to look into this. If it's true, then we'll go do this because, again, that White Word Speaker was very keen on getting his mask back. So, if we can take it, that'll be good. Get in the hands of Elia, because the metallic dragons want to destroy them.
Yes, that was one of the things you promised the Dragon Council. Okay. The following day, you would help out around the tavern, and then go to the meeting with with Romalia.
Oh, this
You would
isn't
arrive.
the major one with
No, this is
everyone.
the
This
Harper
is
meeting.
This is the
okay.
secret meeting,
Secret.
which was mostly only secret because there weren't supposed to be meetings again yet. But you'd arrive, and there would actually be the pages in the council chamber and the uh, galleries there, instead of where they had been out in the front of the building. So no longer quite secret, but it is a private meeting. Good, you made it. Um, Obviously, this meeting is no longer as well, anyway, the revettings have passed, and they can and meetings can resume. However, I wanted to bring to your attention that there was some emissaries here from outside of Faerun, I think. Outside of the Sword Coast, for sure. That are here looking for you. We are currently going through with vetting them and making sure what they say is true. Before actually giving them access to the council members. But since they are looking specifically for your group, I wanted to give you a heads up, as
Okay.
not a group that is easy to trust.
Who are these people?
They are red wizards.
You motherfucker.
Red Wizards. What do they want with us?
What is it, Dylan?
You don't think I see what you did here?
They have the Reaper technology.
No, not the Reaper technology. He joked about it earlier at the start of the session. He said, "No, it's not the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, they're
It's the
red.
Thayan Inquisition, the
Thayan
Red
Inquisition.
Wizards."
I also accidentally said Elrin, I think it. Well, Beck thinks I said Elrin. I'm not sure if I did or not
I definitely
when I
heard
was talking
Elrin.
about Oirin. And that was because Elrin was supposed to be here later. Uh, they say, they claim that the red wizards that are helping the cult and have been summoning the uh, demons for them, or the fiends for them, um, that they have been using are a splinter group. And they seek an audience with the council and also with you specifically.
All right.
I don't want to go into the other details they're claiming until we've vetted it. I hope you can understand that.
Isn't it like I wouldn't say universal necessarily, but isn't it like a thing that people know
About the Red
what
Wizards.
about the Red Wizards and how
Yeah.
they're absolutely fucking awfully dangerous?
Well, okay. So I don't know how much Morgan would know about international affairs, especially with
He's
non-bordering areas.
right, he's from the
He
north.
knows, yeah, he knows Red Wizards bad. He doesn't really know much about why.
Okay.
He
So he
knows that
still
people
looks
say Red
nervous.
Wizard's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebecca knows more about magic and has done some traveling to avoid the law. Probably never actually been to Thay, but has come across more people that know of Thay.
I mean, we
Um,
came across Red Wizards in
you did,
Red Wizards in Chult.
yes. You've come across Red Wizards. The Red Wizards are a magocracy,
I love
which is
majocracies.
They're also responsible
the
for Neverember being sick. At least one of them was responsible for Neverember being sick, and an incident
yes.
happening in Neverwinter.
The country of Thay is ruled by the Red Wizards, and specifically by the 8. Is it 8 schools of magic? Conjuration, evocation, abjuration. How many schools of magic are there?
I think there's 8. That sounds right. And if you count Dunamancy, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. We do not count Dunamancy or Chronergy or Graviturgy. Yeah. The 8. One wizard for each of the 8 schools, but the necromancy one has been the real in control for a long time now.
Dean says 10.
Yep.
And I'd rather deal with the the mages in Luskin than the fucking Red Wizards.
The host hour's
Well,
no
I
joke.
would agree with you. In times as these, I believe it might be worth getting all the help we can get if they truly are to help. I'm not sure all on the council will agree with that. However,
And yeah, I don't feel like Neverember would be too thrilled about it.
Neverember's kind of struck you as a by any means necessary kind of person as far as the council has been.
Even after what they did to Neverwinter.
He's set aside a lot of personal things. He's still working in the city that outed him.
I see. Okay. Uh, speaking
The
of
city that he handedly got out of a recession.
Yep. Speaking of needing things vetted, I got this letter here from a cultist who appears to be wanting to defect.
If you give her a moment, she'll do a quick read over of it.
Yep.
I can have our people look into this as well. This does look like something that might be worth bringing up at the council meeting as well, seeing as it's so soon.
Hey, if it is true, we can get our hands on one of the masks, which are so dangerous to the point that the metallic dragons want them destroyed. I'd say it's a good chance to take if it is true.
Yes, the if is the important part there. From the attacks that happened on Daggerford, the attack that happened on Daggerford, it's pretty clear that the cult does know who you are. This could very well be a trap. Um, I'll see what our people can divine from this. Because that is what you're asking her to do, right? Like
Yeah.
vet the
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Okay.
into it. Verify it.
Yep. Okay. Mhm. I believe that is all I know. Just wanted to give you a heads up so you weren't blindsided by the Red Wizard thing. If the vetting does go through.
Hopefully they're not mad about a squad of theirs in Chult being taken out. They did engage in hostilities first. I wasn't alive for that, but my friends were.
There's been no mention of it as of yet, to my knowledge.
That's good.
All right. But then would y'all be doing anything in the intervening days other than between now and the council meeting, other than running the tavern?
I will. Is there like a specific god that deals with the undead, like in ways of like communicating or like um, working with uh, preferably a good god or neutral, good or neutral god?
Um, yeah, I mean, like, Brave Domain, which is what
Pierce was.
Pierce followed.
What was the god that he worshipped? I don't even remember.
Where's a list? It was probably Kalimvor, right?
Celevimbor?
Kalimvor? Is it Kalimvor? Yeah, it
Celebimbor?
would probably be Kalimvor. Yeah, was lawful neutral.
Alright, I guess I'll head to the Celebimbor temple.
Kalimvor.
Celebimbor.
Yeah, Kalimvor. Okay. Would Morgan have anything he'd be doing in the intervening days? There's so the
He's
meeting is the 8th,
gonna
12th. So yeah, 4 days.
he's going to oh, I don't remember if he ever do that after he came back out from underneath. Did he tell them at the church for Alastri that he cleared the Dark Promenade?
He did not.
Oh, he'll go do that.
Okay. So I think what Beck, what are you wanting to do? Like, who are you wanting to talk to?
Um, a cleric that I want to look into potentially making Leaf more corporeal, able to communicate with him better.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Morgan's thing is probably quicker, so we'll do his first. Okay. Morgan, you make it to the uh, what's the name of the place? I say quicker, and then it's very much my fault that I don't know the name of this place. Something of the Dancing Maiden. The Dancing Haven.
The Dancing Haven, yeah, that sounds right.
And there wouldn't be a ton of people in here because it is daytime. But there is the priestess that you had talked to prior that told you about the promenade. Ah, you've returned.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that managed to take care of the promenade. Cleared it out. Bunch of people were statues. Got them unstatuified.
Yes, so I've heard. Unfortunately, I don't have much here to compensate you with. Um, most of what we have is going towards rebuilding the promenade. Um, however,
I mean, that's all right. Wasn't really doing it for something. I guess. Well, I was doing it for something, but not in the sense of like monetary. I guess I was just trying to learn about the faith of my mom and you know get in touch with that all.
Okay. Uh, hey, that is very much appreciated. I'm glad that if it has helped you at all, know you're always welcome here. And at the promenade, the moon pool has actually been restored for transportation between here and there.
Oh, okay.
And she would gesture to there's like a little pond in the corner of the building. Um, it does only work when the moon is overhead, but getting that back working is a great help in rebuilding.
Mm.
Hopefully, we can get more of the temples back connected in the future.
Oh, there's other temples?
None as big as the promenade, but other small areas such as this, and then shrines and the like. Um, Many used to be connected to the promenade before it fell years ago.
Nah. Well, I mean, I'm glad I could be of help, and would going to the promenade through the mirror thingy here be a better way of communing with Elastri, or if that was something I wanted to do or attempt to do?
Um, Both work well, though here there is the natural moonlight. However, there, with the enchanted dome, there is um, a much deeper and older connection. So both work.
Mm. Uh, Morgan will. Both of you do assume that this would be quick. um, Morgan will see if it's possible over one of these coming nights, because we have a couple of nights, if he could
Unless it's a new moon.
go there and through the little teleportation mirror thingy and attempt to, at the Dark Promenade, converse with Elastri, or attempt to. But I will say that since it's not night right now, he won't do that right now if you want to cut over to Rebecca.
Yeah, we'll cut over to Beck. Uh, okay. Rebecca, you find in the is it City of the Dead, I believe, the Fields of the Dead. No, it is City of the Dead. You find one of the temples to uh Kalimvor.
Well, head on in.
Uh, Greetings, my child. What is it you seek here? I can see you're one that knows death quite intimately.
Is it that obvious?
to those that know what to look for.
Okay. Well, there. So I'm one of the new owners of Troskull Manor. I'm not here to advertise, just so you know. But is uh, living there. Well, living. Uh, One of the old barkeeps of the tavern before it closed, um, an elven man by the name of Leaf, haunts the place as a poltergeist, and we've kind of become. I'd like to say friends. I don't know his opinion exactly of us. Hopefully, he likes to think the same way, but he's just a poltergeist and can't really do much. Like he can pull out chairs for people if they're going to sit down, but like he wants to keep working at the bar basically. And I'm wondering if it's possible to, I don't know, enhance his capabilities, make it easier to communicate with him. Because right now we just have a system where he knocks once for yes, knocks twice for no. Um, if we can actually talk to him, maybe make him corporeal. Uh, I'm just wondering if that's possible.
Okay. But normally we seek to help spirits move on as opposed to making them more connected to the mortal world. Um, However, if this is a spirit that doesn't wish to move on,
He's very protective of the tavern, so I don't think he'd want to move on. I could ask him. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't asked him directly if he'd like to move on, but he seemed open to the idea of becoming more established here, I guess.
well, there's nothing we can do per se. Um, However, if there are any other ill effects plaguing the establishment, weakening those could help him um, gain some more strength.
There
If it is a
is
spirit that truly wishes to stay.
there is this weird wall that is connected to a demi-plane that a hag used to for something, um, but it's missing two pieces, and if we can get those pieces, we can put the souls of the children that are locked inside it to rest. But we don't even know where to look for these pieces because they've been missing for a long time.
That might be a good place to start, is figuring that out. Um, I could send someone over to inspect this wall and see if it is, in fact, having spirits attached to it, if you so wish.
That would be helpful.
See what they can figure out. Okay. Right. And he'll get someone to go back over there with you. Uh, So Morgan, you are going to promenade. This is the promenade.
Dark Maiden.
It is.
Poor
Rebecca's
Bucky.
Rebecca's not here.
Ah!
Oh, page crashed.
Oh, send
What
Rebecca back
the
to troll school.
hell?
Oh, Rebecca, go to troll. Rebecca, go to troll school.
No, I'll explore this place. You can't stop me.
Cannot. Why can't I make Rebecca go to troll school?
I don't know.
There we
Oh,
go.
Gone get. Gone get.
Go on, get.
But when you come through, you step through a pool that would be here in this room. You would again see the sky above you on the dome, the statue of Alastre, and the priestess who you had rescued.
Um,
She
Hi.
would be. Yep. Oh, greetings. She stands. She stops dancing.
Sorry to interrupt. Uh, I just wanted to find a way to maybe try and commune with the last street, if that was possible.
It's definitely possible, though not guaranteed to work.
Right. I kind of figured. I mean, it's not like I'm all that important anyway. And talking to a god, well, I mean, I got lucky with Brandon Barrows, but that's completely different.
I'd ask why you're wanting to commune. I might be able to help you.
Um, it's kind of a long story. Um, Essentially, the reason that I'd even found out about this place and that me and my friends were able to help you a lot was um, because I had been trying to sort of get in touch with my heritage. My mother, worshipped and made her way out of the Underdark long before I was born, and was living up north, uh, about 10 towns, in and around the area. Um, and that was kind of initially part of it, but me and my friends, we've been involved in a lot of crazy things lately, frankly, and I don't know. I guess a combination of being concerned about my own mortality and making sure that my wife is all right, and just even just making sure that my friends are all right. I don't know. I kind of feel like I need some form of guidance, some sort of like acknowledgement that even if I pass away, that everybody else will be okay. Because I mean, to be fair, I do a lot of stupid things, and I'm probably gonna die before the rest of them. And I'm just hoping that it's not like in vain. But yeah, I don't know. I got a lot on my mind, and maybe she can help me.
Okay. Well, if you want to attempt to commune, dancing how you feel under the moonlight is usually the best way. And I'll leave you alone in here if you so wish.
Okay, yeah. I guess. I mean, I'm a little nervous slash sort of embarrassed. I don't know. I'm not the best at dancing, but also I don't want to just like kick you out because you were already doing your own thing in here.
No, by all means, if you would prefer to be alone in here, it's difficult to do your first time. Sometimes people don't want an audience. Of course, it's up to you.
Yeah, if it's not too much.
By all means, and she'll leave.
Alrighty. I don't know a lot about dancing, but Morgan's
Well, you
gonna
see the
try.
statue's just like spinning, and most of what they do at like the. She said how you feel. I will say most of what you've seen for like at the Dancing Haven and what she was doing is mostly just a lot of spinning.
So I guess what he would try to do is a combination of that sort of like, I guess I'm assuming more of like a graceful spinning, but like channeling your emotion into it. But because he has a little bit of memory growing up from his father, he would try to emulate as well the sort of like dances that they would do, which were less like a dance in a graceful manner, but to tempests that the tribes of the north would do. So it's very much more of, I guess, like a unrefined and brutal sort of thing that has occasionally these very misplaced, graceful little spins here and there, just trying to convey as much of, I guess, all of the things on his mind and what he's feeling uh, to Alastri, and just doing that sort of.
Okay. Okay. What would this? Yeah. Make a dexterity-based performance check. Which are you proficient in performance?
Yes,
Okay. So I think that would be a +10 for you.
a dexterity
Oh
based
wait, no, it's
performance.
+11 because you have a stone of good luck.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think you're still attuned to that.
Yes, he is. Uh, yeah, Dragonhead Bell. It was the Ring of Free Action he had unattuned from. So just roll dexterity and then add 11.
No, because if you're rolling dexterity, it already has the 5 in it, so it'd be adding 6. It would be dexterity +6.
Okay, dexterity plus 6. So a 17.
17. Okay. You're self-conscious at first, even though there's not anyone watching,
I mean,
but you
Illustrious
start
watching.
getting into it. Yeah.
She's always
Always
watching.
watching. Um, but yeah, you you start getting into it, and at some point you're not exactly sure how far into it happened, but you realize you're no longer in a stone room. You are in in a clearing in a forest with the night sky overhead. And is this something you would want to do in secrets or not?
No, we could do it here.
Okay. As you realize your surroundings and you begin to stop your spinning and your mixture of spinning and the other dance, you realize that there is another figure here, one that looks much like the statue, though a bit taller.
And is she just kind of standing there, or is she also dancing?
She was also spinning.
Okay.
Uh, where's the picture of Lustra? Again, that is a uh for context, that is a bastard sword. So is spinning while holding a giant sword.
Morgan just like thinks to himself, "Am I overdressed?" um, he'll just kind of like slowly approach her and uh, hi.
Greetings, Morgan.
Um, well, thanks for answering my prayer dance. Um, I'm sorry, I haven't like actually talked to a goddess before. I mean, technically, I spoke to a god, but that was weird because like he kind of came off as a funny dude, and I don't know.
There's no need to be nervous. What's what is it you wish to come here for?
I know, I know that they're looking into it and that they're trying to find a way to help my wife, to help Stella. And I just I finally got her back, and I just don't want to lose her again. I don't think I can. I I was in a really dark place the last time, and I don't want to go back to that. Not because I'm afraid for myself, but I don't want to put Rebecca or Zarin or Orm at risk. I mean, I do enough stupid shit as it is, but if I'm like that again, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to do something that I'll regret. I know you probably think I got a lot of nerve trying to ask you for help when I haven't really properly worshipped you before, and hell, probably didn't even pay attention to half the stories my mom told me. But one of the things that I guess I do remember is it always seemed like you were willing to help us, help drow that were trying to do good. I mean, I know I ain't a full drow, but
If you're asking me to cure her, I'm afraid that is beyond my abilities. However, I can tell you that it seems the cure that is being worked on is showing great promise.
that's good to know. I'm sorry, now I kind of feel kind of dumb, like I bothered you for nothing.
So, you should always feel free to do what you feel is right. Um, I cannot tell exactly how long it will be, but it does appear that the work on the cure is nearing its completion.
That's a relief.
Is there anything else troubling you?
So, out of character, we were told that the essence was one of the things that potentially could have fixed Rebecca, right?
Yes.
But we
Yes.
gave that up. And then had I asked the book for anything else, like had I asked the book
It gave you a
about that?
list of things that could do it.
Oh fuck, what
It
were those again?
was
I thought I
spending
wrote it
time on
down.
the positive energy plane.
Okay.
A shit. Well, there was a third one. I forget what it was. Absorbing the divine essence of a god. Um, and there was a third one. I forget what it was.
Um,
Wish.
I believe it was Wish, yeah.
Um we had to I mean, I don't know how much you keep in contact with the other big people up in the sky, but we had to give up the essence of Bahamut, and I mean rightfully so. But that was one of the only things that would have been able to save Rebecca. And I'm not really too familiar with energy planes or anything like that. Would you happen to have any advice on which you think would be the best course of action so that we could help her?
Essence Bit is a very tricky one. Um, it is probably a good thing that you did give it up, as that could have greatly upset the balance, especially with what is going on the surface world currently. That said, I wouldn't recommend doing it from the opposite either, as absorbing Tiamat could change your friend for the worse. Positive energy plane is a dangerous place to go for mortals. If you stay there too long, you die from your cells becoming too full. Yourself becoming too full. Not cells. There's no microscopes here. Um, it's possible that a wish or other something else of high strength magic would indeed work. Um, though what entity you get such a thing from, be careful. Some like to twist the wishes that others ask for.
What about you? Maybe I could do something for you and you could fix her? I mean, if you're willing.
Um,
I mean, he's got a goddess right here.
I mean, I don't know if Ao would let that happen.
so here's the thing. Bahamut isn't strong enough. They're on the same power level on the deity scale. Uh,
What, Bahamut and Alastri?
yeah, they're both lesser deities.
Oh.
I mean, Alastre chose to go with the Dark Saladrin and is like an exile of the Dark Saladrin. When your power level is based off of worshippers.
I mean, there's dragons that
It's
have
not.
wish. And Bahamut,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
I feel like Bahamut could
it's
put
more
in
to
a
do with
good
the
word
nature of
too.
how your soul is. Yeah. So it's possible that um if I were to help as well, we could give her a more permanent existence. It still wouldn't fix the soul per se.
I become a lich. Let's
Have to
go.
somehow get no. We would somehow have to get Bahamut to agree to such a thing, as I would not be able to join my effect to his without him allowing it,
Right.
since his is already
He's
in existence.
missing, or well,
Indisposed.
indisposed right now.
Um, let's see here. If I could perhaps I might be able to find a way to a cure. And by that I mean a path to a wish for you. Not from myself, but I might be able to put in a word with someone I know.
You-
So for that, you probably would be required to do something for them.
okay. They're not gonna twist it, right?
They are perhaps the least likely person I know to twist it.
Just gonna say Brandon Barrows.
I swear to God. Well, I
It
owe you a
all-
favor.
It all leads
She
back
just-
to him.
She does not have any connection with the Halfling Pantheon.
Well, I'd do anything.
I'll see what I can do.
Because, I mean, if I'm being honest, Rebecca's kind of become like a daughter to me. I don't know if she feels the same way, but I don't know. Seemed like she had a bit of a rough upbringing, and yeah. And I mean, nothing against Aaron. I love the guy, but he's not exactly the best father figure.
Neither of you.
Look, comparatively, Morgan would be a
Comparatively, you're a
better.
saint.
But that's kind of unfair to Zarin, though. I mean, he is trying. He is trying. But I mean, he doesn't have that kind of relationship with her. And I mean, Loki was younger than me. Tia, I think, is younger than her.
No, Tia was older than all of us.
Was she really?
She was like in
So-
her 60s. She was
Oh yeah,
young for a furball.
that's right. They're a longer lived race. I forgot about that.
Tia. Tia.
Tia.
No, Tia was 25,
Oh, so I was older.
according to the bio anyway. Loki was question mark question mark.
Let's be real. Look,
Oirin is the oldest of y'all, to be
that's
clear.
it. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know about the rest of her friends too much, like if she has that kind of relationship with them, but I don't know.
Oirin's 153,
God damn.
which is young for
Jesus.
an elf.
Doesn't he goes out for like 20 years at a time to collect stories and then he just goes back? It stays
Yeah,
for
they're gonna
like
be
a year
worried
or
about him if
two.
he's late.
Yeah. Aaron's the type of dude that can say, it's just a mere 10 years.
Like
Unless he's
gnomes and
no, he said if he's
elves.
late by a day. He said if he's late by a day, they will be very worried about him.
I mean, that's pretty strict on that kind of time scale.
He's been late multiple times. Yeah. So she will basically you'll have to talk to her again because she has to see about getting that done.
Okay. So should I come back here?
Same time next week?
No, he's not gonna say sometime next week. Sometime within the next month or so, or reach out to me. I don't know how it works. I mean, I do plan on in my off time when not helping with the bar and if we go adventuring and stuff, I was probably gonna go to the temple in Waterdeep, but kind of have like a little bit of an aversion to Undermountain, and I know we're not technically in Undermountain right now, but we're near it. Hallister sets my damn teeth on edge. Oh no, we are in Undermountain, aren't we? Because we jumped down to the 19th floor, so
No, it's connected to Undermountain, but
I was
it's
connected
not
to
in
Undermountain.
Undermountain. It's just outside of
Yeah, it's
Skullport.
just out. Yeah, which is also outside of Underbound,
Yeah. So, yeah.
which is it's outside the third level. Spellport is outside the third level of Undermountain, and y'all are outside of Skullport.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, if you try to keep up the It's either dancing or singing. Apparently, you don't have to dance.
Oh.
Morgan's not a singing kind of guy.
When I
Says
when
who?
I know something, I will reach out to you.
Okay. Well,
But it's kind of like part of her helping you is you trying to keep up with that at least somewhat.
no, yeah.
Just dance.
Thank you. I mean, that's. I didn't expect it. I mean, it's not like I didn't think you were nice or anything like that, but it's like, again, I'm new to all this, and you doing me favors. I feel like if other gods did more favors, they'd probably have more worshippers.
I mean, a lot of them do. Why do you think so many farmers pray to Shantia?
Oh, do they actually? Like, is that actually like a
So many
canon thing?
gamblers. Yeah, so many gamblers pray to Tamora.
And they can't always help, but
Well, yeah, he wouldn't have said that out loud. That was just kind of an
Yeah.
internal thing.
I mean, the difference is you don't have the common person isn't a worshiper of insert deity here. They are of the Faerunian pantheon or the Halfling pantheon or the Dragon pantheon.
Right, and that makes
Any of them.
sense. Unless
Because
like
it's
you're a
never
paladin
worked.
or a cleric.
Right. Yeah. So that's where the difference is. You don't have specific worshippers for Tamora outside of the actual churches and the clerics.
I feel like in the case of this though, this is like the only place where it does make sense for you to worship only one and not the whole pantheon, because you're not an evil drow and you want to be different from that, and this is the only non-evil drow deity.
Right. Well, yeah. So that's an in general thing. There are circumstances like this where it is different. But yeah. And with that, you fade back in, and you are actually still dancing in the stone room, even though you thought you stopped dancing in the forest.
He'd like, he wouldn't just immediately stop. He'd kind of like let it come to, I guess, like a natural conclusion, and then he would just kind of like bow his head and clasp his hands together and say, "Thanks, I appreciate it." And then he'll just kind of like give a quick look around again, and it's like, wonder if I should just talking to himself out loud. I wonder if I should just go, or should I try and find the priestess, let her know that she can come back in.
I don't know how this works, man.
He'll just like walk over here, open the door.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
She'd be down like here talking to this guy.
Oh, okay. He just kind of like opens the door, looks in her general direction, and if like it seems like either one of them notices, he
you
just
might want to
kind
leave
of
the door cracked open a bit. I kind of let one rip.
it's kind of stinky in there. I need to go bathe. No, but he just like looks over in her direction and kind of like gives her a smile and like sort of waves goodbye and starts to turn around and head back towards the pool.
Okay. She'll nod to you, and it's this one goes back to the dancing haven.
Very well. Goes down the
Um,
warp pipe. Womp womp womp.
yep, yep. And because we went over, we'll pick up next time with doing the thing with
The
the
Spanish
children's
Inquisition.
statue.
Oh, children's statue.
Yep, and then
Well,
yep.
eventually the
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 Thayan
Thayan
Inquisition. Yep.
Oh God, not the Thayan Inquisition.
Saztam himself is here to talk to you.
If he is, I'm gonna be scared. I'm more than me.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
They let Saztam into a room with the most important people on the Sword Coast. And by
Hell yeah.
that, I don't mean y'all.
That would be asking for trouble.
I mean, if we're allowed in there with our weapons, we're killing him. Even though he's a
Fucking-
lich, we'll find a way.
I will find that phylactery and smash it under my foot.
Actually, he made it.
Yeah.
He made the way to destroy his phylactery where you have to shove it up his ass and then blow him up with a fireball.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
but it
of
has to be
here.
while he's alive.
Well, he's alive, yeah. But the fireball has to reduce him to exactly twice his HP negative.
No,
No fucking way.
it's actually a fireball that's been transmuted into a cold.
Yeah,
Is what it has to be.
Yeah, and it needs to reduce him to his max HP, his negative max HP.
Yep. Yep. Writing that down for when y'all try to overthrow Saztam in the future.
I mean, he's got Reaper Tech. We got to stop him.